Welcome to the Rice County Historical Society. Our mission is to collect, preserve, and interpret the history of Rice County's history, but we can't do that alone. That's where you all come into play. Not only do you collect and gather the objects of our past, but it's most especially in the stories of Rice County's past that we could use your help. The Library of Congress is encouraging people to take this holiday opportunity to participate in something called the Great Thanksgiving Listen. Love that idea. It's a time when we are typically with family and friends. We're around the table and there's an opportunity for conversation. You all have the opportunity to gather history of your family, which is the history of Rice and Steele County. You can do it casually, just through the casual conversation, but I encourage you to consider doing it in a formal way where you're actually recording the conversation. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. First things first is the equipment you need. Our smartphones today usually have some kind of recording device on them. If not, there are all kinds of apps that are out there that you might be able to look into. An MP3 player or recorder, or even an old-fashioned tape recorder, or of course a video camera are all options for recording the interview. If you don't want to record it, that's quite fine. Just a notepad and a pencil or a pen is a great way to do that. The nice thing about the electronic recording is that it can open up, I think the casual conversation becomes more fluid, and that can be really helpful. I'm encouraging you to take a photograph of the people around the table, just what they looked like at the time that the conversation took place. And then I encourage you, before the conversation begins, to do a little bit of thinking about the questions to ask. I don't recommend that you write them down word for word unless you're a student, and that might be helpful to you. But I recommend topics. Great questions to ask about things like how did they get to school? Where did they go to school? What size school did they have? If there were any chores or games that they played, and then make your way through their lifetime. The young adulthood, college, marriage, family, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, and so on. The key to the phrase is the Great Thanksgiving Listen. Listen for opportunities throughout the conversation to expand the questions you ask. If you're interested, StoryCorps Online has a listing of some great questions to ask, and I just invite you to consider searching a little bit with that. And you, in Rice County and in Steele County, we encourage you to consider donating if you like the result and you want to donate that oral history to your local historical society. And I just want to thank you in advance for considering to be a part of the Great Thanksgiving Listen. Rice County Historical Society, preserving the past with your help for future generations.